Smoking Dank Sinatra, that's all gas. On the hunt in the tall grass. Intercepting every ball pass, then I run it back, that's a TD. Check the scoreboard, y'all last. We up one, you see me. Pussy niggas wanna talk about it, go to Hellcat, no demon. I be politicking on your broadcast at the red carpet like the famous homie. Ask your bitch, really famous homie, and you know it's in me. It ain't on me. So creative like I made Adobe. I've been balling like I played with Kobe.
What's the deal? What's the deal? PolitiKan the podcast. We back again Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. First topic we got to get to today, man. The Lakers and the Clippers. Both of them are looking real trash. The Clippers just lost to Brooklyn. The Lakers are getting blew out as we speak right now in Houston. So this is not like the top teams that we're losing to. And both teams will be, I believe, 3-4 on the season. So we got to get to the Lakers and the Clippers. Good thing Ja is here because Ja was saying this was his sleeper pick. Memphis is 1-6.
Wow.
And they're going to be missing Ja Morant for the first 20 games. So is the Memphis Grizzlies over with? We got to get to the MVP debate, man. We got, you know what I'm saying, a lot of MVP candidates out there. Lamar Jackson. We got, of course, Patrick Mahomes. We got Burrow. And we got a wild card with Tyreek Hill out there, man. So who you think is going to get the NFL MVP? And then we have, of course, Big Soulja. He's staying in some shit. Big Soulja was caught going off on an internet rant against JCole because JCole said that he didn't understand Soulja Boy's music. And then we got to get to this political topic, man. We got Rudy Giuliani, the former lawyer of President Trump, and he is suing Joe Biden for defamation of character. Crazy shit. Let's get to it. We got the homie Ja. What's the deal, Ja?
What up, man?
Shit, man, getting to it, same old shit. So let's get to this first topic, man. So the Lakers and the Clippers, I know we go back and forth on this podcast all the time, but the Clippers have just added James Harden, and we are 0-2 with James Harden. Our defense is looking absolutely terrible. We can't stop nobody, and it's not looking too good this first two games. And then we got the Lakers. They decided to keep everybody and stay with the same team. And was that the right move? Because they're starting off slow. Anthony Davis is out with a hip flexor, so he's already injured 5 games into the season. He's already in street clothes, left the last game and sat out this game. He's already in street clothes, and it's the nickname street clothes that everyone is giving him. So what are your thoughts on the Lakers and the Clippers, and which team do you think has the best chance of winning the championship if either will be in a conversation at the end of the year? What's your thoughts?
First and foremost, I'd like to come out and say I choose none of these mother lovers. Both teams suck. I am not an LA fan. Chicago Bulls all day, every day. Now that we got that out the way, I have to go with, to pull it off. Unfortunately, I got to go with the Clippers because there's this thing that used to go on in the NBA that stopped my boy D Rose from winning a championship, and it was called the super team thing, right? And the super team was LeBron James, D Wade, and Chris Bosh, right? 3 potential, like you got 3 all-stars at least. They all were all-stars. And they just couldn't get past Lil Derrick Rose, so LeBron had to do something like that, right? Okay, cool. Now these Clippers, they decided to go super team on steroids. You got 4 of them. You got 4. You got Westbrook, Hall of Famer. You got Kawhi, Hall of Famer. You got Paul George, Hall of Famer. And James Harden, he's still gonna be considered a Hall of Famer. So, I mean, you gotta go with the Clippers. Now, are the Clippers doing bad? Yes, the Clippers are doing bad. Me and my brother, we playing fantasy basketball, and with my wife's team, she got Paul George and Westbrook on her team, right? And Paul George was giving her some points. He was doing his thing. Westbrook was giving her some points. He was doing his thing. And then all of a sudden, in these last two games, guess whose fantasy? We just talking about fantasy basketball right quick. Like, guess whose fantasy numbers went down? Paul George and Westbrook's. Why? Because they had to make room for James Trash Harden. So, you know, you guys still look good on paper, and you guys really didn't lose anything. You guys still got your team. Man is still on the team. Y'all still got your squad. You know, you still got Zubac. It is the beginning of the season, ladies and gentlemen. So don't put too much into it. We haven't even hit Christmas yet. So y'all the better team. On the Lakers side, if y'all thought that Anthony Davis was going to play 82 games, then I don't know. That's like that. I'm a huge fan of my boy D Rose, but my boy D Rose ain't even playing right now, and we get to that in a little bit. But like, if you think Anthony Davis is going to play a whole 82 games, you must be mistaken. It's not going to happen. Now the Lakers are the Lakers. Both of these teams can go to the playoffs still, ladies and gentlemen, and make it to the Western Conference Finals. Everybody knows regular season is regular season. It doesn't matter. It's all about the playoffs. But with both of these teams, they need healthy teams. So right now, all the Clippers are healthy. All the Lakers ain't. So I'm going with the Clippers.
So what's good, Gene?
What's up, family?
The question is, which team do you see actually making a true playoff push? With the Lakers and the Clippers struggling, which team do you actually believe in, and which team, won't actually be a true contender this year?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna say what's going on with you two brothers. How y'all two brothers been doing?
What's going on, bro? What's going on, man?
Amen. So you said who's going to be what's the other team?
Who has the best chance to win a championship?
Bro, that's kind of a wild question, man. Only because both of them have like damn near as equal standings of BS that goes on both teams when it comes to like the players. I heard you mention AD him not playing 82. Yo, that's him playing 82 games. That's a crazy fucking thought, which is wild to even think that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My thing is I definitely believe the Clippers would have a better chance. Barring injury, and the funny thing is 3 of the 4 superstars are injury prone. Extremely injury prone. Hell, James Harden came in here injured when PJ Tucker at 38 came in day of. Hey, let me get out here. You know what I'm saying? Blow these old knees out.
Mm-hmm.
So man. And then Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, those are great fucking players, man. Great players. But find every excuse in the book to either don't want to be on the court, or whatever the case may be, man. So when it comes to that, man, I could say at least LeBron's reliability is a lot higher than all those dudes, except for Russell Westbrook.
That's crazy.
But yeah, his reliability is exactly. The reliability is older. My thing is, I believe LeBron still needs a couple more players. Maybe two other players, not 2 other veterans, but not like 36-year-old veterans. He needs like maybe 30, 31-year-old veterans, guys who are who've been all-stars before. Maybe like, who am I thinking? Someone help me out. A 28 to about 30-year-old, 35,
Uh,
32-year-old.
there's
He
not
can do
nobody
something
out
like
there
with
on
a
the market.
DeRozan. He can do something with a
Yeah,
DeRozan.
exactly. Like a DeRozan caliber. That's what and I think I definitely believe that might happen this year. But yeah, definitely a DeRozan caliber. You need someone like that on the Lakers
Zach
team. If you get
Levine.
somebody like that, and especially DeRozan being reliable, a reliable player who's going to be on the court, who's going to help you get score, help you with minutes, help you when AD goes down. If they get something like that, which I thought Roy Huchimara was going to be, but he's really like a fourth or fifth option, in my opinion. So if they get something like that, which I think they will down the year, I would say the Lakers would have a better chance. But as of right now, since they don't have it, I'm going to say the Clippers. Sorry, that was so long-winded.
The Lakers right now are in a conundrum, and I say that because they got Christian Wood, try to make him the center, try to spell so that Anthony Davis doesn't have to bang as much. They try to say that, oh, we want him to shoot 5 threes a game, have him more on the perimeter, on a kind of what they're doing with Porzingis over there with Boston, have him on a different type of regimen so that he is not down there banging, so that maybe he can last a little bit longer. But 5 games in, he's injured already, and then he said he was feeling good. He was ready to go. And what is he in street clothes today on the sideline? Anthony Davis, he's just not liable. You cannot put the back of your franchise on Anthony Davis. And they've been trying to do this. And now LeBron is all wore out because you're trying to give him less minutes, but you can't actually give him the minutes that you want because Anthony Davis can't be the player that you want him to be. So I think that right there, bringing back all the players, I know chemistry is one thing, but I think that they put too much money on AR-15 and Hachimura. They believe that Austin Reeves and Hachimura was going to have the same success that they was having in the playoffs. But if you remember, a couple of those games, it was Lonnie Walker. It wasn't just AR. It wasn't just Hachimura. Lonnie Walker.
That is right.
Lonnie Walker came through against Golden State. You know what I'm saying? Like Lonnie Walker was that third missing piece that y'all got rid of and decided to get Gabe Vincent instead. Lonnie Walker just had like 19, 20 points against the Clippers over there in Brooklyn today. He was balling out, and I'm like, dang, the Lakers just let him go, and now he over here cooking in Brooklyn.
They're not utilizing Gabe Vincent like the Heat utilized Gabe Vincent. They let Gabe Vincent actually damn near bring up the ball sometimes and create his own shot. They're not allowing him to do that on the Lakers. And which always happens, whoever goes to the Lakers, they always do some fuck shit to where like they don't allow them to be who they were before they got there. That's why they picked them up. You feel me?
Yeah. Now with the Clippers, we didn't have no training camp. We didn't have no practices. We didn't have no nothing. And then when we traded, we lost 3 of our rotation players. And then in the first game that we get, Mason Plumlee go down and get a knee injury. So he's out.
Man.
So now we only got one true big man with Zubac, and we already got Kawhi playing the 4. So now when Zubac go down and he goes out the game, we got PJ Tucker playing a small ball center. And he's only been here for less than a week. So I think that for us, it's less about the team. It's more about the chemistry. The fact that we lost one of our only two big men in the third quarter, the first game James Harden's playing. I think that if we have Plumlee Black, our defense will be a lot better. And as far as the chemistry and figuring out the rotation, Ty Lue wants to try this, but we already know one of them has to go to the bench. Harden or Westbrook is going to have to go to the bench. You're not going to be able to start all 4 of them. It is not going to work. And so it's already proven that Westbrook can't go to the bench because he did that in LA and it was a disaster. So I say let Westbrook, start, have Harden come off the bench and have Harden close the game at the end of the game. So Westbrook start, but Harden closes. And I think we're going to have to figure out a rotation, man.
That's not going to work either, bro.
Well, all 4 of them in the game ain't going to work. We know that. The ball.
Plumlee as the center, man, is hilarious, especially in the West.
We got Zubac, so Plumlee was our backup.
And Zubac is just as funny.
Y'all got 4 all-stars. Y'all got 4 superstars on your team. And we talking about Plumlee going down. Y'all still got 4 superstars on y'all team.
But it's only significant because Plumlee is one of the only big men that we have on the team. The biggest problem that we have is lack of size. We don't have any size right now. We only have 2 big men.
Pick up a Cousins.
Man, we gotta pass protocols.
Man,
yeah, right. Not after what Dwight was just into. No way we touching Dwight.
Hell. He's just trying to be a farmer, man.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it, bro.
But the only team that's more injured than the Lakers and the Clippers right now is the Memphis Grizzlies, man. The Memphis Grizzlies are looking terrible. They're starting off the year 1-6. Ja Morant is serving a 20-game suspension for being on Instagram the second time in the season, waving guns on Instagram Live. And now it's looking real bad, man. I know that they added Marcus Smart. They added Derrick Rose. It seemed that they were going to be able to bridge the gap until Ja Morant was able to return to the team after serving his 20-game suspension. But it's looking real bad for him. The West is too deep. We got teams like, Dallas, outperforming, the shining. And then we got teams like the Lakers and the Clippers struggling. And then we got Memphis at the bottom of the barrel right now. And we got teams like Houston that's looking like they might be a playoff team. So it's like, where do we see the Memphis Grizzlies ending this year? Do we see them actually making the playoffs? And if they don't make the playoffs, do you still invest in Ja Morant as your star player?
When I seen this, when I seen the list come out of the topics, I knew this was directed towards me. I felt
it sure was.
I felt it. I was like, When the team ain't doing good. Okay, cool. So everybody that ever watched this, Chicago Bulls fan, that's my team. But before Chicago Bulls, is always my favorite player, Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is my favorite player. So I go wherever he goes. But Chicago Bulls is my team. So
Amen.
I'm standing on what I said in the beginning of the year. And I said that Memphis is still my sleeper team. And quote unquote air quotations, what I said was you can lose all 25 games and still make the playoffs. I don't give a damn about the first 25 games of the season because guess what? Most teams are losing 25 games in a season anyway. It is a 82-game season. So am I tripping off of the first 25 games? No, I'm not. Now, what I am tripping off of, my statement came in, it's not that Ja Morant's not playing. The biggest thing that happened to the Memphis Grizzlies is Steven Adams out for the whole year.
Kidding.
He ain't playing. Steven Adams is gone. You see that picture? It has Steven Adams on it. He is gone. Memphis didn't do nothing last year because why? Steven Adams was out with a knee injury and he just got surgery again on his knees. So Steven Adams gone. So now they just replaced Steven Adams out with Disbo or whatever his name is. And I don't know his name. I don't know. Something with a B.
Was it Biombo?
Biombo, yeah, or something. Yeah, Bismack, Biombo. They replaced him.
Yeah. And, oh my God! Wow.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you going back to what I just said about the Clippers. Why couldn't the Memphis Grizzlies go get a Cousins? Go get somebody. But that's who they replaced out Steven Adams with, right? So they're already going to go through that hurdle. And you talking about chemistry, so I'm gonna go with the same thing. You know, the Memphis Grizzlies don't got chemistry right now. They're still trying to figure out with Marcus Smart and everything like that. My boy Derrick Rose hasn't played the last 2 games. He bought the other ones, but you know, he ain't playing right now. But he probably not playing right now. He's like, 'cause y'all niggas suck. And I wait till the 25 games is up and Ja come back before I waste all my energy. And so that's
hilarious.
That's what my boy D Rose is doing right now. And so Memphis Grizzlies, long story short, they can lose all 25 games and still make the playoffs. And even if they make the play-in, they're still a dangerous team in the play-in. And they will be better than the Houston Rockets, even though the Houston Rockets smashed on the Lakers today. But they will be better than the Houston Rockets. Ja Morant's going to come back. Ja Morant got 25 games of just sitting, doing nothing. Let's get that right. 25 games of sitting, doing nothing. He's still practicing with everybody.
Yeah, get the practice with the team, yeah.
He's still doing everything. You just don't see him on the court. So 25 games of Ja Morant just sitting, and then he gets to be more fresher than Anthony Davis playing a 40-game season and an 82-game season.
I have to agree with everything. With everything you said, 100%. I want to add just a few things. One thing. Well, actually, one thing I do want to push back on. I don't think if they were to lose, obviously they're not going to lose all 25 games. But I don't think if they were to lose that many, even like in the ratio of that many games, getting up to because 20 that's 25 games. That'll be close to right before what
Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, right before Christmas.
They won one.
So losing anywhere between I'm gonna say this, between 15 and 25 games about that time is a little ridiculous, and I don't think they'd be able to climb out of that. Then though, this West Coast, these teams are stacked, bro. So I don't think they'd be able to overcome it that well. And I'm basing this off like history statistics, because normally without Ja Morant, the Memphis Grizzlies have played better. They play well. They played a lot better, especially when Ja has been injured and for a certain period of time, and they've had they've definitely played better without him, statistically. So him coming back into the fold after 25 games, although him practicing with the team, I think that's a super plus. I don't think you really hear about that of a player being suspended and they're still able to do everything else at, you know what I'm saying, with the team. So I think that works in their favor when it comes to him coming back. But statistically, it just hasn't looked that way. So that's all I'm basing this off of. So I think with Memphis, I do believe that they're in a little bit of trouble. I think that they can turn it around, like because I know, hell, Desmond Bane is a beast. You know what I'm saying? JJ, he beast. So like these guys can definitely turn this thing around. Marcus Smart, yeah. Look, he's gonna get there. You already know. He's probably the last player I need to worry about on any team. He's gonna get it together because the guy's always focused on winning and doing everything right. So I don't really worry about him. Derrick Rose is a little bit of issue. I mean, we already know both of his knees have taken him out of the seat of greatness, in my opinion. So any type of knee issue when we get to Derrick Rose, we like, oh Jesus, man, please God, no, please, just let this man survive it, please. You know what I'm saying? That's a little concern, but I'm with you, Jay. Like, yo, he was like, maybe he could be sitting it out because y'all niggas is losing, man. We could sit here for 20, we can sit these 25 out. That's hilarious.
I think so. I think that ultimately losing Steven Adams is a thing that's going to make them not be able to get out of this hole. Currently constructed without Steven Adams, I don't think that they can dig out of this hole. And when you got a Bismack Biyombo to replace him, it's like you kind of you damn near want to just punt on the season at this point, man, and try to save some money. But you already got season ticket holders, and you already got primetime games, and you got to live up to a product, or you ain't gonna get these deals going into next year. So. You know what I'm saying? It's a sticky situation because the season ticket holders and all these nationally broadcasted games for a team that's going to be trash is going to be bad for Memphis because they're going to be in the spotlight. It's not like they're going to be able to suck, and be quiet about it. Like Houston sucked the last 5 years, but they weren't on the nationally televised games. Nobody really talked about them, so they could suck. And be quiet about it. But with Memphis, you're right front and center, man. So with you being sorry, especially right now, it's quiet. But the moment that Ja Morant comes back, all the noise and all the focus is going to be on you. The whole league is going to say Ja Morant is back. Let's see what Memphis is now. And if y'all don't fucking produce, it's looking real bad for Memphis, man. And without Steven Adams, I don't see them making no comeback. I see them winning 35, 40 games maximum. And I don't think that 40 and 42 is going to be enough. I mean, that might get you the 10th spot and get you in the play-in. And if you get in the play-in, we've seen the Heat go far in the play-in, but that was on the East Coast. I don't think in the Western Conference you get nowhere in the play-in, even though the Lakers did last year, but I just don't see a play-in team going deep. Not this year. It's too many moves that's been made. There's too many teams. And they better hurry up and do something before the trade deadline or it's going to be looking ugly for this season. And I don't even know who they could get.
I agree. And on the last note, I just like to say I know my boy Derrick Rose watches this podcast and everything like that. And so, listen, Derrick, I've been riding for you for a very long time. My heart can't keep taking this, bro. Like, I just need you to go to a real playoff team. A real playoff team. Just go. Yeah. Like, you had a chance to go to the Bucks. You could have played backup to Dame. You could have went to the Bucks, but you chose Memphis. I get it. That's where you went to school at and everything like that. Derrick Rose. But I need you to go to a real team because, like, if you ain't going to go to a real team, just come back to Chicago and let us just cheer you on. And your jersey already retired in Chicago. Ain't nobody else can wear your number, bro. So just it's just from my heart. Just from my heart. I can't take this, Taylor. I can't take this.
All right, let's get to this NFL, man. So the NFL this season has been a crazy season so far. It's racking up. We got the Eagles with a one-loss team. We got the Chiefs looking like they ready to return back to the Super Bowl. Who are your top MVP candidates from the NFL season so far? Who you got?
MVP?
MVP. Who's your MVP so far?
So how are we? So between like just here. So how are we doing this MVP? Are we doing it how the NFL does it, or are we doing it based off how
We're,
it should be?
we're predicting who you think's gonna win it. I mean, Lamar Jackson, he's a front runner right now. You
No.
already know that we got Patrick Mahomes. He's always in it.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, he's always in it. And
Yeah.
then those are all quarterbacks. But then we got Tyreek Hill, which almost has 1,100 yards going into
Right.
Week 10, and he's looking like he might surpass the 2,000-yard mark for the first time.
He might.
So,
He might. He might.
so we got
Depending
some
on.
candidates out there. Who do you think is going
Yeah,
to
so I'm
pull it
saying
off
like
and
these
win it?
guys, like so if we're gonna go off like just what we see, because I don't think the NFL is gonna pick anybody other than a quarterback. But I don't know, man. Tyreek Hill is he's doing it, but if I have to start really looking at things, man, because there's a couple of defensive guys that are killing it right now. Couple of defensive guys that are killing it right now. But since we're talking about, obviously just because it's just gonna be based on offense. Damn, dude. Have we talked about AJ Brown yet?
No, but he's not going to get it over Tyreek Hill. He's like
I don't think, but I don't.
He's over 1,000 yards, but he's not.
I think
mean,
my personal opinion, because I don't believe in Miami.
And then, when you think about him, you got to say Jalen Hurts. There's no way that they're going to give it to the receiver over the quarterback. So
Jalen Hurts isn't playing well though.
Yes, but there's no way that they're going to give AJ Brown the MVP over the quarterback. We already know it's going to end up being one of these quarterbacks.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like if we're gonna talk about if it's just gonna be quarterbacks, and Jalen Hurts definitely isn't even. He's not on my radar, especially with quarterback. Last year, absolutely not. This nigga is just getting, bro. His defense is doing the things, and his other superstars are coming into play. Jalen Hurts isn't playing well this year. He's played well. He's played well. Maybe the last two games. Last game with the Cowboys, he played okay. But we've all seen Jalen Hurts play phenomenal through a long stretch. So he wouldn't even be in my top 7 of quarterbacks right now. So no MVP, hell no. Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, I might have my boy. I love me some AJ Brown. So AJ Brown, I'm gonna say AJ Brown. And who's my third guy? I don't even know why I'm picking 3, but I'm about to be biased right now, bro. I'm about to be biased as fuck. Dak Prescott.
You're right. No way Dak is in the conversation.
Bro, if look, if I don't even want to do this with y'all, but like we go to if we go to statistics, Dak is in the conversation.
So what's your thoughts, y'all? Who you got predicting is gonna come out of this race MVP?
I'm gonna go far out, and then I'll get back on the topic. I'm gonna go far out because I'm also doing this for last year. I'm going with MVP, most valuable player. That means you're like the most valuable player on your team. And I'm doing this for last year, and I'm going to pick. Now, it's not off of the list at all. It's not a quarterback on this list at all. It's crazier. It's
I love
crazier
it.
than.
Don't say
It's
Geno
crazier
Smith.
than.
I fucking
No,
love it.
no,
Don't say Geno
no.
Smith.
I'm going to go with Jared Goff, and this is why I'm going with Jared Goff.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Not mad at
Okay.
that.
I'm
Not
going
mad at
with
that.
I'm going with Jared Goff because who the hell on the podcast thought the Detroit Lions will be a playoff team? Nobody. Nobody. If
Never.
you looked on your schedule and you were like, oh, my team playing Cowboys playing Detroit. Oh, yeah, we got that win. Oh, 49ers playing Detroit. Oh, we got that win. Seahawks playing.
Before you go on, if you didn't pay attention to football the last year and a half, almost 2 years, then maybe you wouldn't not have thought the Lions would be coming up. But if you paid attention to football, the Lions have been on the come up for the last 2 years. So my bad. Go ahead.
They've been on the come up. And so I'm going with him only because nobody thought that the Lions would be doing what the Lions doing. And I'm going with him because I'm going off of last year. If you asked me the same question last year, I would have told you Geno Smith. And then I would have been laughed at and everything like that. But it goes off the same thing. Who thought the Seahawks were going to make the playoff and Geno Smith makes a comeback as an elite quarterback? That's MVP to me. Now, going back to the top. If I had to pick, I'm actually going with Mahomes. And why I'm going with him is because nothing more than, not really because of the record, not the way that he's playing. I'm going off of the NFL needs a new face. And who's the man that went against their face? And it was Tom Brady versus who? In the end years of Tom Brady's career. It was Tom Brady versus that man right there. So therefore, who do you think they're going to want to win it? They want him to win it because he light skinned, right? So, you're not, it's like, okay, we can give it to him. Like, he's still a brother, but, he's not a brother. You know what I mean? We can't give it to the other ones. Matter of fact, we might have to go give it to Dak because he kind of like too, But he is the face. He is the face of the NFL right now. So I'm going with him based upon that. Other than that, I'm going with Goff.
So
I'm actually not mad at that.
I'll have to go Lamar. Lamar is balling. His receivers haven't lived up to the hype. He's the most unstoppable quarterback out of all of them with that dual threat, and he's been healthy and he's been staying healthy. He hasn't been getting hit. He's one of the least hit quarterbacks in the league right now. And I want him to win it because last year, everybody was talking about him representing himself, and the black man's not going to be able to get his paycheck, and he needs to go hire an agent, and that Baltimore wasn't going to pay him this money. But then all of that happened, and guess what? The black man didn't hire no agent. He went and got his money. He went and got some pieces and some teammates. He went and improved himself, came back healthy, and now he's balling despite all of the hurdles, all of the injuries. Odell Beckham only has like one touchdown catch so far this year, and he was supposed to be like the next guy to help Lamar go to the next level, and Lamar has already won an MVP. It's not like he hasn't proven that he can be the best player in this league. He's already done that. And I think that he's better right now than he was in his MVP season, because his MVP season, he couldn't throw the ball at all. And right now, he's poised, he's under control, and he's slinging the rock wherever he wants to. So I think Lamar Jackson, it's his trophy to lose. I know the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes is always the front runner. They want them to win. But as far as the most exciting player to watch, he's this era's Michael Vick. And a Michael Vick that behaved was probably one of the best things that the league wanted and never got. So now they're getting that in Lamar Jackson, and he killing, he balling, man. He's must see TV every week. And if you ain't been watching Baltimore, watch him this week and watch what Lamar do, so you can
He
see what I'm
snacked on
talking
my Seahawks.
about. It was bad. He was doing whatever he wanted. He was chilling. It didn't even look like he was working hard. It was effortless. But
How many yards Lamar got passing?
I don't know. We could look up stats, but I still think Lamar is the guy. Well, but moving on, we got to get to this.
Ooh, I got a crazy hot take about Lamar, but y'all go ahead.
Let's get to this hip hop news. Eugene, you a rapper, man, so I want to hear your thoughts on this for sure.
Soulja.
Because we got Big Soulja going at JCole because JCole was on Lil Yachty's podcast, and he said it's cool that people like to listen to music from Soulja Boy and people like that. But him personally, he doesn't understand what Soulja Boy is rapping about. He doesn't understand the aggression in the music coming from the background that Soulja Boy has, and he just really doesn't understand the music, period. And then Soulja Boy gets online, and in his response, he starts to like give J. Cole his flowers, but then ends up going off and calling J. Cole a bitch ass nigga and telling him to shut the fuck up and talk. I'm talking all type of shit, and then it turned into some whole shit where Nicki Minaj intervenes and talked to Soulja Boy and got Soulja Boy to respond, and he issued an apology. But now the whole thing is like, why is Soulja Boy speaking about rap? He makes more of that like party music, but when it comes to like rap and rappers talking about rappers, rapping it's about the bars, and Soulja Boy doesn't have the bars to even be in a conversation talking about the bars. What's your thoughts on this?
So this one's kind of is a bit nuanced. So I'm gonna directly speak on on what J. Cole said. And the thing is, I haven't heard the full thing of it, so I can only speak on the sound bites that I got from it. I mean, yeah, for him, I think he kind of explained why, like, that's not why he doesn't understand it, because that's not the way that he would express his emotions. And obviously that's not how he does it in his music. But I think I think he did give him praise in a sense of like, that's, you know, hip hop was kind of needed. Like hip hop needed a Soulja Boy. In so many words. So for Soulja Boy to be in his I think Soulja Boy like just reacts to things that end up picking up steam in social media. Like he's reacted to people who don't even have a name but has like a video that blew up and talking about him, and he'll sit there and like and just go ham on the situation, like, you know, making him look even like dumber. Like, bro, like this is just a video of somebody, you know, cracking a joke about you. Literally everybody in the industry has videos about this, and you're the one who wants to act like this. Like all you're doing is just adding fuel to the fire. I don't think he really cares about being a lyricist. I think he said it a couple times, like he don't give a shit. You know, that's not his lane. His thing is to, you know, is get people get the club popping, get people dancing, talk about trendy things. So I don't think he cares about bars at all. I definitely think he cares about a perception of him in the media. Bro, the fact that Nicki Minaj got on there, I didn't see a video of her. I just saw a video of him. So the fact that got out definitely should show you that he just wants like some type of publicity, whether him being right or wrong. Like, so him going out there and like publicly being told like you're wrong, like what J. Cole said was not what you interpreted, like you just didn't hear everything right, or however the case may be, and you go out there and be who you are, and then apologize at the end, and then literally go out and then send like some tweets after that. I think, bro, all you doing is doing the same thing that you were doing when you were going at him. Like you just being public about like everything you're doing. So I don't think he really gives a shit. I think publicity for him is all he cares about, whether it be good or bad. That's all he cares about.
What's your thoughts, yeah?
I seen some clips and everything like that, and I actually see it from both perspectives. It actually makes me think about my career field that I'm in. I am a videographer, and technically me being a videographer, making film and stuff like that, when people say content creator, that's technically like the Soulja Boy lane. Videography, or if you say, oh, you're a photographer. No, I'm not. Photographers is photos. I do video. It's two different lanes, right? So I see it from both perspectives, as in JCole, when I heard it, was giving the man flowers. He was saying it. He was saying how he had to check himself as an artist. And what he was saying was, I had to check myself as an artist because he is a lyrical artist. So he had to see himself at a certain level. And he thought about like, oh, I'm a lyricist. I'm like Tupac. I'm like Biggie, you know, right? That was like, that's what, and if you ain't doing like, if you ain't rapping like Nas and you ain't doing it like that, then you ain't real hip hop, right? And then he said he had to check himself and go, yeah, but I'm also the same one. Once that beat came on, I seen myself going, you, right? So as much as he hated on it, it made him check himself and go, you know what? Maybe this is hip hop. It's just in a different way. With that being said, I go, what is the difference between a Soulja Boy, and we're talking about, because not everybody in hip hop was lyrical. MC Hammer was not very like, MC Hammer was trying to make you dance.
That's right, man.
He wasn't lyrical, right? He came out, I'm going to make you dance. So would Soulja Boy be considered the MC Hammer of his time? Right? And
I agree.
Or would you say, me myself, I come on here all the time. Shout out to my girl Missy. She but Missy wasn't trying to make Missy wasn't now she came out with bars, but most of the time she wasn't trying to come out with bars. She was get your freak on. She wasn't hitting you lyrically. Now, other songs she had on her album, she did, but what was Missy known for?
Yeah, that's
when the
what she
rain
got
hits my
big
window.
for.
Yeah, right? So Missy wasn't hitting you lyrically like a Nas was, or Tupac, or Biggie, or Jay-Z, but people respected Missy in her time, right? So what JCole was saying to me was, I had to check myself and respect that hip hop is more than just giving bars. It is, there's different ways to do it. And he also said, the clip that I say, he said, Soulja, he said, when my boys were listening to Soulja, and then he said, Little John. He also included Little John, and he was telling them that his boys, when they played it, music like that, because they were trying to keep up with the trends. So he also included Little John in that, and Little John is not lyrical. But when you heard Lil Jon, you still want to smack somebody. Lil Scrappy wasn't really lyrical. You still wanted to slap somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then on the side of Soulja Boy, his whole thing is always to be in the tabloids. So he and that's what JCole was saying. You needed a Soulja Boy because Soulja Boy was right in his rant. He said, if it wasn't for me, y'all wouldn't be having YouTube deals.
True.
If it wasn't for me,
true.
If you look at TikTok, the whole base of the industry it was based off of Soulja Boy's success. And him making his dances, his tutorials, and putting them on YouTube.
The ads,
the SoundCloud era, the ads, the dances, everything. Now TikTok, your song got to come with a dance on it. Who was the first dude that song came with a dance? It was a crank that everything. Crank your Batman. Crank the. It was 15 different crank that songs from different people after Soulja Boy came. I think that Soulja Boy problem is
got
that
my Vans on, but they look like sneakers.
Like sneakers, nigga. Man, he birthed all that.
You a jerk.
He birthed it all, bro.
Teach me how to Dougie.
Bro,
and that's where.
No, go ahead.
No, and that's where I can see now Soulja just going off of the limb and calling JCole dirty and stuff like that. That's some funny stuff. Like that's stupid. But when Soulja was where he's coming from, as in, yo, I did all this for hip hop, and when you guys say my name, you guys laugh at me. He reminds me of the kid in school getting picked on, and that's where he comes from. He's just right off. Oh, JCole talking about me. Keep my name out your mouth. And even on his last rant that he had, he said he came at Drake, and he said, I came at that before he did. Hey, what's happening? And then what did Drake
tell me what's really going on? Drizzy Drake, I'm in this bitch with Ready. What's happening? That is the Drake's, and that was Drake's.
And that's what I'm saying. So he has contributed to hip hop, and I'm glad that Nicki Minaj checked him and told him, like, no, he was giving you your power, stupid. Stop acting in your feelings.
Right.
And him coming back out going, oh, okay, yeah, I read that. I read that wrong. It shows growth to hip hop, in my opinion. But like, there's different forms of it. When JCole is talking about Soulja, what is the main song of? I think Lil Yachty right now. I just want to rock, body yada yada.
Yeah, like, body yada yada.
Yeah, that is not lyrical. Man, when that's joint, I'm like, yeah. So I don't know, bro.
I definitely agree with all that. I have to look at it. Yes, Soulja Boy was definitely needed in the hip hop space. That like, because I mean, obviously everybody knows hip hop was based off, like, you know, dance, feel good, you know, whatever the DJ was putting out was saying at the time during, like, you know, breaks and, you know, break beats and shit like that. Like, you know,
African Bovada wasn't lyrical
at all. And look, and most of the people coming up in hip hop in the beginning weren't lyrical. So, you know, and we and people have to understand, and like, most of the music in hip hop was dance music. It was to get people to get out there and get, you know what I'm saying, and do their thing. You know, so yeah, I'm definitely an advocate of pushing, like, the real about hip hop, and like I always embrace, like, everything new, all this new stuff that's happening. Like, I embrace every last one of it. You know what I'm saying? Do I like everything? No,
No.
But you know what I'm saying? There are some new things out here that I do like, because I think the things that I do like are following the essence of hip hop.
I love that.
You know? And so yeah.
That's what it made me
Um,
think about too. It made me think about I didn't really see this guy as very lyrical myself, but I bumped his music. What about when Kid Cudi came out? He wasn't hitting you with a whole bunch of lyrics. He was hitting you, I'm on pursuit of happiness, you know, day and
Right.
night. He
Bro,
wasn't.
and I had a and so for me being like I was like such a purist at the time, like I was having a hard time accepting certain things during that time. You know what I'm saying? And I was doing music at the time, and I was like kind of rubbing elbows with certain people who were in certain groups. So I was able to hear certain things kind of early, and trying to adapt it in what I was doing was a little hard for me. So Kid Cudi was an artist that I had heard earlier, and I was like, damn, this is not what I'm trying to do at this very point in time in my career, and I don't want to have to convert. Oddly enough, life brought me to an artist that I ended up, getting together with, and we end up, making something like really, really dope. But he was like a Kid Cudi type of artist. I was like, well, shit, God, I guess you want me to you know what I'm saying, to ride this lane. So I said all that to say, yeah, you're absolutely right, Kai. Kid Cudi was needed for the culture at the music at the time. He absolutely was, because it would just show us just another side of the creativity of how
for real,
hip-hop
because if
could be.
if you see now, half the rappers don't even rap; they rap sing. You know what I'm saying? So these artists that come, yeah, it's new, yeah, it's different, but then it adds a different element to hip hop, and then it becomes a vehicle for a lot of different artists and a lot of different creators coming after them to utilize that lane to push the genre forward. So me personally, I don't really like where hip hop is headed, but we can't complain about it. It is what it is. It's enough backpack rap out there for me to listen to. So right now, like my number one artist I'm probably listening to right now is Simba. You know,
Dope.
And Simba, he give you that lyrical shit. I like shit that resonate with me, and I'm not saying big soldier music is trash, but that ain't something I'm gonna turn on.
And
But
on the
let's get
last
to
thing
it.
before I let it
Go ahead.
go, I want to say, like, music is so broad, and one of the goats that I feel that don't get credit besides Missy Elliott, one of the goats that I feel that when is not really on people's top 10, and he didn't really hit you with a whole bunch of lyrics anyway, but he is a godfather in my opinion. And E40 wasn't lyrical, and E40 is still making music.
No, but it's E40 spit isms, and that's lyric.
Yeah. I'm
That's
gonna have to come
lyricism.
back on that one. I think E40
That's
was
lyricism.
very lyrical.
I,
I think he was
I'm
Yeah,
probably one of the most
yeah,
lyrical
you
I'm
just
niggas
gotta
talking
out there,
about
man.
understand
yeah.
it. You don't
I'm
understand
talking. Yeah,
prism.
I get it. I get it. Even hit you with the metaphors and everything like that. I'm talking when if you listen to an E40 though, and then you go listen to like a Nas, you will go to the non hip hop ear. It'd be like, oh, he's not lyrical at all. You
Mm.
know,
I feel you. I agree. You know
that's
what?
where I'm going with. I'm not saying E40 is
I
not
agree.
lyrical, but I'm just saying he hits you in a different way
Yeah.
that you weren't like, oh. And I think that's exactly what JCole is saying. He was like, music is different, and what we think is just one way of lyrical, it can be a whole different form
Right.
that you don't know, you know. And there's
I agree with that.
yeah,
100%. 100%. 100%.
E40 is lyrical. E40 don't come after me. Bay Area
Cause
don't come
yeah,
after me.
only cause like for me with E40, like man, I was you know what I'm saying, like West Coast baby. So like, you know,
Mhm.
especially for Rialto, like Los Angeles, Rialto. So like,
Mhm.
and being in specific environments, and
Mhm.
so the type of music that was instilled in me when I was growing up as a from a kid to, you know, now, E40 was definitely a part of it, and understanding like his the difference of his type of lyrics versus damn near pretty much anybody else, man. Like you gotta, okay,
Anybody.
like you gotta understand, like, okay, what he means when he raps. He literally has his own language, and he says that in his raps, and he tries to, you know, tell you like, look, this is the way I'm going, this is the way we out here, this is the way we talk. So when I rap, I'm gonna talk about the shit that goes around going on around me, Jesus Christ, going on around me, and you know, and I'm a speak it mainly to, you know what I'm saying, to my people. But if you catch my isms, as he says, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, then you know, then you could be a part of this brand. Other than that, family, you know what I'm saying, I'm good. I'm good. My weaponizations, you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
now
Ooh.
one thing about slang, especially like in LA, Southern California area, is this is how we identify who's from the section and who from hey. Each section got their own slang. And the moment that I open up my mouth and I say something to you and you don't understand or you don't respond in the proper slang, then it's like, wait, you ain't from here. Where you from?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the
Mhm.
number one thing that identifies somebody being out of bounds is not speaking the lingo. Each section got their own lingo. The moment that you do not speak the lingo, you have been identified as an outsider. Who
Yep.
are you and where are you from?
Yep.
This is why we push weight
And
like
that's how it
Marie
goes.
Callender's.
Hey.
All right, but let's get to this last topic,
My
man.
nigga.
So Trump, for ex-lawyer Rudy Giuliani, is suing Joe Biden because Joe Biden said that he was a Russian, something to do with Russia. I can't remember the word, but basically he said that that ruined his law practice, and now no one will hire him as a lawyer, and now he wants to sue President Joe Biden for defamation of character because it has been proven that they did not rig the election and that they did not work with Russia in trying to rig the election. Therefore, his practice has been ruined on a false pretense, and now he wants to sue President Joe Biden for defamation of character. When personally, I don't think that it was the defamation that ruined your law practice. It was you representing that guy right there, Donald Trump, that ruined your law practice. So now you're trying to put it on Joe Biden saying he ruined your practice, but you decided to go be Trump's lawyer. Trump had the insurrection. You defended him through all those impeachments and all of that. And you think that getting the president off of 2, 3 impeachments will help your career. But it did the opposite. What's your thoughts on this, man? Him trying to sue the president. I've never heard the president being sued in my life.
That's right. Somebody needs to do it. Hey, it sounds like defamation of character to me. Listen, man. Like somebody
Hey,
gotta
I
do it.
love it. I love it.
Hey. Some like the man said. Joe came out and said something, and then how do we know he didn't? Yeah, I know he represented Trump and everything like that. Yeah, that has something to do with it. But how do we not know that what Biden said did not mess this man's career up? So Biden, you got to stand on it. Stand on it. Somebody need. Joe still owe me. Maybe I'm just bitter because Joe still owe me money when I was unemployed, and you only gave me 6 months worth of EDD, and you stopped paying me when I still didn't have no job. And I'm like, dang, it's in the middle of COVID. So maybe I am a little salty with that, Joe. Maybe I am a little salty that you fell asleep on when it came to Hawaii and stuff because you didn't really care. Maybe you said if the black people vote for you, you said you were gonna be there for us, and we haven't even seen you since Yeah, I'm just saying, Smoking Joe. So I'm just maybe I am a little salty. So it is defamation of character. The man feels that he can't get a job, and maybe he should feel that way. He represented Trump. He got Trump out of some stuff, and you still can't. Like, if I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, when the whole OJ thing, everybody wanted his lawyer, right? Why?
Yeah.
Yep, they wanted his lawyer. Like, damn, you can get OJ off. What could you do for me? It's defamation of character. I'm going with it, and it really don't matter. It really don't matter. I'm just playing around. I really care less. Joe still owe me some money, but anyways, yeah, I'm just going with that. That's what it is.
Bro, you have some of the funniest pictures of Trump and Giuliani. Those are, yo, these are some funny fucking pictures. I can't even front you right now, bro. Bro, I'm actually mad that you didn't get the picture of him wiping off the ink off his head when he was in trial. Was it like 2 years ago?
Uh-huh.
When he was in trial trying to defend the allegations of the whatever the fuck they thought about, the voting.
Mm-hmm. So the whole thing is that first when he lost the insurrection, they did the insurrection.
Yeah, the insurrection was hilarious. I was actually at work watching that shit.
He got Donald Trump off of that scot-free. Then he turned around.
He did not get that nigga off scot-free, bro.
Man, he ain't go to jail.
He is literally dealing with that right now.
He ain't go to jail.
He hasn't.
Sounds like a good lawyer to me. Defamation of character.
So I don't think
what was it?
Giuliani's not representing him right now.
No, not no more. But
he hasn't been representing him in he hasn't been representing him in this whole time.
Yeah, but when he was president, he got him off of 3 impeachments.
He didn't do that, bro. It wasn't.
The Senate threw it out.
But yeah, because it was dumb. That was dumb. They was all, bro. Look, even the stuff that he's going through right now, in my opinion, is pretty stupid. I don't think they're gonna pin anything on him. I don't think any of those indictments are gonna stick. The only thing that might stick is the RICO situation. That actually might stick. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was the one I'm like, oh, Trump, bro, you might have got yourself, big dog, but everything else, I don't think
that the RICO is going to stick because it is not a federal RICO; it's a state RICO. And if you look at the same DA that got, if you look at the YSL trick case,
yeah,
I think what's his name? Young Thug. I think Young Thug about to beat that RICO case. The same DA in the same county.
Guess where Young Thug is at right now? All right. Where? So that's all I'm saying. So, bro, I think you're right when it comes to that situation, but he might end up in Young Thug's situation. He might end up being in jail, having to deal with fuck, man. I'm the media got me pretty much, and so, but when we go to Mayor Giuliani, yeah, I think you're right, bro. When it comes to he fucked himself a long time ago when he put himself with Trump. Nigga, if you know this nigga corrupt, you know this nigga corrupt. You know he's corrupt. You know he has ties with everything that legally he can kind of do, but he's overstepping his boundaries when it comes to that shit.
That's every lawyer though, man. It's like we just talked about OJ Simpson. You know OJ did it. Do you defend him? As a lawyer, man, it's kind of like if you ever watch The Devil's Advocate.
Did he do it by himself? Hey, I don't think he did it by himself.
I think he had some help. He had some help for sure.
Okay, because I don't think he did it by himself. And I think the people that he did it with, nigga, obviously they all have enough money to be able to like, hey, nigga, look, all three of us can't go down, bro. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
I said three, like
I
I know
don't.
three of them.
I just think that Giuliani, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just let this because he's the president. You know, Joe Biden has been the first president that has attacked his political opponents legally. He's weaponized the Department of Justice, and he's literally brought cases against all his opponents, political opponents. And that right there can't be had, man. So the fact that he's
Using that
pushing back,
white
he's doing
man's
something,
authority.
especially when your son had drugs. They found coke in the White House. They never said who coke it was.
Get
You
him,
already
dog.
knew it was Joe Biden's
Hey,
son. Coke.
sniff him up. Hey, sniff it all up, big dog.
So I don't know. I think that the Democrats have been playing a dirty game.
Why you mad at Democrats?
I'm saying that the Republicans
They
didn't play
only
a dirty
money.
game in the first place, but the Democrats got the
I
power.
feel you. You're right.
The Democrats got the
You're
power right now. So the Republicans is like watching a basketball game. The Democrats is up by 12 right now in the game, and anything the Republicans doing is just to get back in the game. So
Bro,
even if you score
Republicans shoot themselves in the foot. Bro, Republicans shoot themselves in the foot, literally, and especially for the last since fucking Obama has been in office, they have been shooting them fucking selves in the fucking foot every damn day. I don't know if you watch, if you pay attention to, just watch Twitter, you can see how much they shoot, nigga. Did you see the Republican debate?
With DeSantis and Trump.
Yeah, and bro, what's trending right now? Vivek's speech. Did you hear Vivek's speech?
No, because the Republicans aren't trending because Daniel Cameron lost and all those elections happened and the Democrats won all the seats.
Bro,
and the Democrats got more power than they did ever,
nigga,
going into this election.
And what I'm telling you is, at this very moment right now, what's trending, what's going to continue to trend until the election, is that the Republican Party is a joke. Niggas is a joke. Like all of their leaders, every last one of their leaders, and when I say leaders, the ones who have a voice when it comes to social media, because that's what it's come to now when it comes to the Republican Party. You notice how Democrats know how to shut their fucking mouths. Even though they're stupid, they know how to shut their fucking mouths. They know how to not draw attention to themselves. Republicans know how to draw
Soulja.
Bro, you think they need Soulja Boy? Do you really think so?
Hey, run Soulja for president.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, yeah, you're right. But what I'm saying is, like, nigga, that's why Republicans are now like all of a sudden going at Trump, but then they don't know who to fucking follow. They have no leader, but then they like Trump, but then they go out. It's a fucking it's a whirlwind of bullshit over there, and they have no idea. So all what's gonna happen is the United States.
We talked about this. Yeah, we talked about this like about a month ago, and I was explaining endorsements, and basically all the Republicans are doing are trying to all galvanize and get as many people to follow them as possible, so that they can all endorse one Republican candidate and give all this following to this candidate, and hopefully beat Joe Biden, because Joe Biden's approval rating is in the trash. The domestic. The people in America don't like Biden, and internationally, the people internationally think Biden's a joke, and they waiting for Biden to win again, because that's the only thing stopping World War III right now. Is they don't want to push the button yet, because they want to see if Joe Biden wins, we are in World War III, guaranteeing 110%. We are in World War III if Joe Biden wins again, and it all boils back to when he left Afghanistan. And right here on this podcast, when he left all that shit in Afghanistan, we said this shit was going to happen. He said, oh, no, we look like some bitches. They finna rob us for all our shit. They finna run up. They dropped the dollar as the petrodollar. They did all this shit. They said, oh, no, America's some bitch-ass niggas right now. We can do whatever we want.
And that's why they haven't done whatever they want. They haven't done whatever they want. Bro, when's the last time America got attacked?
Oh, it's not
2002?
about America, but
No,
they
no, no.
already.
Let's
Yeah,
hear
but
this. Let's hear
the
this.
biggest thing that America did was have the petrodollar. They got rid of that. Like 11 countries don't trade oil in the dollar no more. So the dollar bill, this is why inflation is so high, because all these countries don't trade the money in the dollar right now. So they're literally economically ruining America. And Joe Biden came in and said that we're not going to drill on domestic land no more. And this is why we get majority of our oil from Ukraine. And this is why we're sending all this money over there to stop Russia from taking it. Because if Russia take Ukraine, we're going to have to buy oil from Russia. Then what
Russia
we going to
doesn't.
do?
But yo, Russia doesn't have enough money to be able to suffice to continue this war. Like we do know this, right? Like they
Yeah.
don't really have like enough money to be able to continue this war to be able to do what you're saying. I hear
Yeah.
you, but they just don't have the money. That's why they're doing this whole thing with China, doing with Africa. Like yeah, they think they're gonna take over the United States
Hemisphere or
dollar,
whatever.
which is funny how they're all coming together to try to take over the United States dollar and still can't. So that's fine,
Because none of their currencies can
right?
supplant it.
Bro, exactly. And so what I'm saying is, yeah, that they talk a good game, but they're gonna end up running out of money, and they're gonna end up stopping this war fairly soon. What I think is, it's stupid to give Ukraine this money. I don't think, nigga. My opinion, let Russia take over. Let whatever the fuck take over. Do you think? Because nigga, bro, Russia only wants, they don't want all of Ukraine. They only want certain parts. Cool,
The
great.
ones with the resources.
Nigga, okay, they want, fine, take it, nigga. They ain't got our problem. That's not United States problem, nigga. That's the only thing I hate about Biden. Does like a lot of stupid ass shit, like putting our money into wars that got nothing to do with us. That's so when it comes to like Republican, I side with them when it comes to that. But the fact that, so we go back to the fact that they can't even put a house speaker into their own thing is wild to me, my nigga.
The fact that you lost
Y'all
the
niggas
Senate.
can't even come to a
No,
fucking house speaker. It's like somebody who just gonna tell the information. Is
because
wild to me.
because the House Speaker McCarthy, if you know why he got out, is because he okayed that bill to extend the government, and the Republicans wanted to shut down the government because the government shutdown under the Democratic rule would look very bad for the Democratic Party. But
No, but
instead, the Republican Speaker decided to sign a bill that none of the Republicans wanted because he was the only one to vote yeah on there, and they got the vote that they needed. And that's how it passed in the House anyway, and they fired him for it.
bro, the thing is they wanted to continue the Republican rule in the House, bro. Like nigga, if you shutting down the government, my nigga, all you doing is again, the Republicans now have the narrative of shutting down the government and cutting people's money. Now they have that narrative. They did not want that. That's why they were going through this bullshit. Like, bro, you don't want to sit there and cut billions of dollars to Americans who are rooting for you. There's so much, like when it comes to the Republican movement, especially like social media and shit like that. They don't want that. They don't want that narrative out there that the
I
Republicans are the reason why they don't like
I
these
I
state employees don't get any money.
Yeah, let's
I
get the last
think
thoughts on this, y'all, before we get done with this.
I don't know much, but I think with the whole shutdown thing, I think more of for the Democrats was like, yo, we can't have this thing shut down again because the last shutdown that I know was under Obama, and
Mhm.
so they didn't want it like, hey, why every time y'all in office, the government gets shut down? Because I remember I was in Hawaii and I couldn't even do half of my trip because it was like government shut down. Sorry,
Mhm.
you can't go to the volcano. You can't do this. Can't do that.
Mhm.
You just got to sit here on the beach. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm not a beach person, but I wanted to go see a volcano. But my wife wanted to go to the beach, and so I don't mess with sharks. But I just think that maybe that's why they were like, hey, no, we can't get shut down again, because then the Republicans can come back and be like, yo, they got shut down twice,
Mhm.
twice. I don't know. I don't know much about this, but hey, that's my words on on this. Joe, you
let's get
still
some
owe me
shout
some
outs.
money.
Let's get some shout outs before we get up out of here.
So I've first of all, thank you again, PolitiKan, for allowing me to come on this on this dope ass platform and express, you know, what I express. And thank you, brothers, for allowing me to be, you know, within your circle, man. So thank you very much. Number 2, check out my video called Down Bad, starring my friend Tonsu Phillip. It's on my website, EugeneO'NeillBeats.com. Yeah, check me out. Check out the video. And yeah.
Go ahead, yeah.
Shout out to you, brothers. Keep doing your thing. Keep chasing greatness. And shout out to everybody that is watching, that tunes in. Shout out to you, Caleb. I know you ain't feeling good, but you staying consistent with it. You still got on here, and you did it. Shout out to you, Eugene. You know, keep doing your thing as well, and keep jumping on here. We glad to have you, and all the brothers that haven't got on here, like my brother, and I know he couldn't get on today, and then like the mayor, the famous homie. You know, shout out to you guys. Every man that got this pigment and you still kicking and you still trying, you know, shout out to y'all. You know, keep handling your man things. And, you know, I realized that, you know, I always say get off the boat of average and dive into the sea of greatness. And with that, I also realized while you diving into the sea of greatness, a treasure is always at the bottom of the ocean, not the top. So when you feel like you down, that's when you're gonna find the real treasures.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, thank you. That was dope.
It was I like to watch Eric Thomas a lot. He's my favorite, like, motivational speaker. And one thing that he said that resonates with me all the time is he says you have to be willing at a moment's notice to sacrifice who you are so that you can become who you want to be. So I think that, you know, one time you shed your skin, it's like a snake. You keep shedding your skin thinking, okay, this is the version of me that's going to be able to get everything that I want. And at times it's frustrating when you shed that skin and you become this next being thinking, okay, now I'm ready. And it's really just like, nah, you still got some more growing to do. So that's why I walk in faith, not by sight. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen, and it's going to happen in God's time. I just got to put my head down, do the work, and get to it, man. So like I say, every week when I end this podcast, I don't know what you're going to do with your life. And I'm going to get to it, man. PolitiKan, the podcast. We are.
You want to stop me? You're going to have to fucking kill me!
Smoking Dank Sinatra, that's all gas. On the hunt in the tall grass. Intercepting every ball pass, then I run it back, that's a TD. Check the scoreboard, y'all last. We up one, you see me. Pussy niggas wanna talk about it, go to Hellcat, no demon. I be politicking on your broadcast at the red carpet like the famous homie. Ask your bitch, really famous homie, and you know it's Emmy.